What if I told you Toyota might have just unlocked the secret to charging an electric car faster than it takes to fill up your gas tank? It's a breakthrough so big that Tesla, BMW, and just about every other automaker are scrambling to keep up. Today we're diving deep into Toyota's revolutionary solid-state battery technology that promises to completely transform how we think about electric vehicles, the range anxiety killer. Let's be honest, range anxiety is real. You know that feeling when you're driving your EV and watching those miles tick down faster than your phone battery during a Netflix binge? Yeah, we've all been there. Right now, even the best electric cars on the market are hitting some pretty hard limits. Toyota confirmed plans to launch solid-state EV batteries with 10-minute fast charging and up to 750 miles, or 1,200 kilometers WLTP range. But here's the kicker. Most current EVs barely crack 300 miles on a good day. The Tesla Model S long range gets around 405 miles. The BMW iX xDrive 50 gets about 380 miles. And that's if you're driving like your grandmother on a Sunday cruise. Hit the highway at 80 miles per hour with the AC blasting and those numbers drop faster than a rock. But Toyota's solid-state batteries are promising something that sounds almost too good to be true, up to 750 miles on a single charge. That's like driving from New York to Chicago without stopping. Imagine never having to plan your road trips around charging stations again. Here's what makes this so incredible. Current lithium-ion batteries are basically liquid chemistry packed into a case. They're bulky, they degrade over time, and they take forever to charge. Toyota's solid-state technology flips the script entirely. Think of it like this. If current batteries are like carrying around a bunch of water balloons, messy, unreliable, and prone to leaking, solid-state batteries are like carrying around solid ice cubes, compact, stable, and way more efficient. The solid electrolyte means more energy can be packed into a smaller space, which translates to a longer range without making your car heavier or bigger. Now let's talk about something that'll blow your mind, the charging speed. We've all been there, sitting at a charging station for 45 minutes, watching paint dry while our car slowly sips electrons like it's savoring fine wine. Toyota confirmed plans to launch solid-state EV batteries with 10-minute fast charging. 10 minutes. That's less time than it takes to grab a coffee and use the restroom on a road trip. But wait, there's more science behind this magic. Current batteries heat up when you charge them fast. It's like trying to drink a milkshake through a straw really quickly. The liquid electrolyte gets hot, the battery management system freaks out, and everything slows down to prevent damage. Solid-state batteries don't have this problem. The solid electrolyte can handle much higher currents without overheating. It's like upgrading from that tiny straw to a fire hose. Way more flow, way less resistance. Here's a mind-bending comparison. Imagine if your smartphone could go from dead to 100% in the time it takes to tie your shoes. That's essentially what Toyota is promising for car batteries. And here's something most people don't realize. Faster charging isn't just about convenience, it's about completely changing how we think about car ownership. No more planning charging stops, no more range anxiety. You could literally treat an electric car like a gas car, but, cheaper and cleaner. The current Tesla supercharger network is impressive, but even their fastest chargers take about 20 to 30 minutes to get you from 10% to 80%. Toyota's tech could make that entire charging experience feel like a quick pit stop. Let's geek out for a minute and understand what makes these batteries so special. Don't worry, I'll keep it simple. No PhD required. Traditional lithium-ion batteries have three main parts: a positive electrode cathode, a negative electrode anode, and a liquid electrolyte that lets ions flow between them. It's kind of like having two islands connected by a bridge made of water. It works, but honestly, it's not the most efficient or safest setup out there, even though it promises longer range and faster charging than Tesla. Toyota's solid-state batteries replace that liquid bridge with a solid one. Imagine replacing a rickety rope bridge with a solid concrete highway. Way more traffic can flow way faster and way safer. But here's where it gets really interesting. Researchers have developed a novel cathode material for all solid-state fluoride-ion batteries in collaboration with Toyota. The solid electrolyte also solves another huge problem: battery degradation. You know how your phone battery starts dying faster after a year or two? That's because the liquid electrolyte breaks down over time. Solid electrolytes are way more stable, meaning these batteries could potentially last the entire life of the car without significant degradation. Toyota has also figured out something called dendrite prevention. In regular batteries, these tiny metal whiskers, called dendrites, can grow and eventually cause short circuits or fires. The solid electrolyte acts like a bouncer at a club, keeping these troublemakers out. Now, before we get too excited and start planning our 1,000-mile road trips, let's pump the brakes and talk reality. Toyota is set to become one of the first automakers to introduce a passenger vehicle powered by solid-state batteries by 2030. That's still about 5 to 6 years away. In tech years, that's like 3 lifetimes. And here's something Toyota isn't shouting from the rooftops: cost. These solid-state batteries are currently way more expensive to manufacture than traditional lithium-ion batteries. We're talking potentially thousands of dollars more per car, at least initially. Think about it this way: the first flat-screen TVs cost like $10,000, now you can get a better one for around $300. The same thing will probably happen with solid-state batteries, but honestly, it's going to take time and massive scale to drive costs down. There are also some technical hurdles that Toyota is still working through. Manufacturing these batteries at scale is incredibly challenging. The solid electrolyte needs to be perfectly uniform. Even tiny imperfections can cause problems. It's kind of like trying to make a perfect sheet of glass, but at the molecular level. Japanese oil giant Idemitsu Kosan is building a new large-scale lithium sulfide plant that will supply the raw material for Toyota's solid-state batteries. This partnership shows Toyota is serious about scaling up production, but it also highlights just how complex the supply chain is for this new technology. And let's be real about timelines. Toyota has been talking about solid-state batteries for years. They're not the only one either. Companies like QuantumScape, Samsung, and even Tesla have been working on similar technology. The race is on, but honestly, nobody's crossed the finish line yet. The competition is fierce, with every major player investing billions to be the first to market with a truly game-changing battery. This race is not just about who can build the best battery, but who can build it reliably, affordably, and at a massive scale. The company that cracks the code first will not only dominate the electric vehicle market, but will also set the standard for the entire industry for decades to come. The future of transportation is electric, and, well, the heart of that future is the battery. We're witnessing a technological revolution unfold in real time, and the next few years will determine which automakers lead the charge and which are left playing catch-up. The potential ripple effects of this technology extend far beyond the automotive industry. Just imagine a world with solid-state batteries powering everything from smartphones that charge in seconds to electric airplanes that can cross continents. The grid itself could be transformed with massive, solid-state batteries storing renewable energy from the sun and wind, making fossil fuel power plants obsolete. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a fundamental shift in how we power our lives. Toyota's breakthrough, if successfully brought to market, could be the catalyst that accelerates our entire society into a cleaner, more efficient, and electrified future. The promise is a world less dependent on fossil fuels, with vehicles that are more convenient than ever before. This technological leap, however, brings its own set of challenges and considerations. A global transition to such high-performance batteries would necessitate a monumental overhaul of our existing infrastructure. Current charging stations, even the most powerful DC fast chargers, are not equipped to handle the immense power delivery required for a 10-minute full charge. Utility grids would need significant upgrades to support entire plazas of vehicles charging at these unprecedented rates, simultaneously, demanding a new era of smart grid technology and energy storage solutions to prevent local blackouts. Furthermore, the sourcing of raw materials, such as lithium and the specific elements required for the novel solid electrolytes, will come under intense scrutiny. Ethical and sustainable mining practices will become paramount to ensure this green revolution does not come at an unacceptable environmental or human cost. The promise of solid-state batteries is undeniable, but realizing that promise will require a synchronized effort across industries, governments, and global supply chains. It's not just a battery innovation, it's a test of our collective ability to build the foundation for the future it demands. While Toyota is making headlines with its solid-state claims, it's definitely not alone in this race. The entire auto industry is scrambling to solve the battery puzzle, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Tesla, the current EV king, isn't sitting still. They're working on their own advanced battery chemistry, including their famous 4680 cells that promise